A solo backpacking adventure into the Yosemite National Park backcountry, where everything I needed to survive the night in the wilderness was carried in my pack. Beginning at Glacier Point and trekking 9.5 miles west along the Pohono Trail to Dewey Point, where I made camp at the best campsite I've had yet, overlooking all of Yosemite Valley. The next day, I traversed east 4.3 miles from Dewey Point along the Pohono Trail to the McGurk Meadow Trail, where I then headed south to finish the hike once I met up with Glacier Point Road. This was quite the adventure, and it begins now. Glacier Point, Pohono Trail. Just starting out, panoramic trail, heading towards Taft Point, and gonna do overnight solo wild camp somewhere along this route. Haven't done this trail before, so I'm pretty excited, and oh my goodness, look at these views. This is incredible. Got the Vernal Falls, Nevada Falls down here, Half Dome, of course, right over here. Ah, so good to be back outside. That is for sure. And it is just after 1:15, so kind of getting a late start, but it's all good. I don't think it gets dark until 8:30 now. Plenty of time. These views are starting to open up. Unbelievable. So it just started from Glacier Point probably about 15 minutes ago, and hiking, I guess this is west along the Pohono Trail, and it's immediately at the start of this trail, there's a big incline, so wasn't expecting to climb out of Glacier Point. I thought it'd be all downhill, but oh well. But the views are starting to open up. Just stunning. And I'm excited to see what this trail has to offer. Just amazing views. Wow, you can hear the birds. It's not too busy. It's a holiday weekend, and it's actually not that bad. Oh, look at that view. Half Dome, Clouds Rest, kind of right in that area. And the Yosemite high country back in there. It's just incredible. That tall peak right there in the center is Mount Florence. Stunning. Just came around a bend upon this view, Yosemite Valley. Oh my God. Wow. Be camping somewhere over there probably tonight. Incredible. Because these views are so good, I just realized I walked past Sentinel Dome about 10 minutes ago. Completely forgot it was there. These views just keep getting better and better. Yosemite Falls, what a shot. This trail, hands down, gives you the best views of Yosemite Falls. Oh my word. I thought I had seen Yosemite Falls from the ground. But when you see it from up here, it is breathtaking. Are you kidding me? Wow. Oh my God, what a shot. Looks like this tree recently fell over. It kind of exploded when it did. But my word, it smells like Christmas going through here. Ah, what a fresh, piney smell. I'm only a little over a mile in, and I have been so thrilled with this hike. I can't believe I haven't done this before, although there's so many good trails to do in this park that it takes time to do them all, I guess. These views with the birds, Yosemite Falls. My word. Starting to get a little snowy. Not too bad actually yet. It's not even summertime yet and the trail's already pretty good. So first patch of snow really. But for the most part, luckily the trail's been pretty dry. No wet spots really. So pretty smooth. You can see and hear Sentinel Creek over there. This is the main Pohono Trail, and just off to the right is a little side trail. It goes about 100 yards and it takes you to Roosevelt Point. So this will be very interesting. Good amount of water flow. Don't need to fill up yet, I'm pretty good still. I'm only about 2 miles in. But right up here, Roosevelt Point. Roosevelt Point, and I'm assuming it's because this is where the president stood. Got that famous picture with John Muir right around here somewhere. Whew. Sentinel Creek. Got the Merced running through. Wow. Another spectacular shot. Almost a full view of Upper Yosemite Falls, and of course the high country. Wow. A perfect day for a hike. So I think this is the normal route across Sentinel Creek, but it's actually pretty deep right in there. I don't really feel like taking my shoes off. And I think I can cross right over here on these fallen logs just before the cliff over there. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Let's see. Pretty easy. Since it's early in the season, there's quite a few down trees, even trees on top of snow. So, making my way along, but it's getting a bit slow going. So it looks like I've gone about 2.9, 3 miles. And next up I got the Fishers, Taft Point. Don't think I've ever been there. And I'll see if I get to Dewey Point. It's supposed to be some good sights. We'll see what this is like. This has been great so far though. Cannot complain. I'm at an unnamed creek, cutting right through the trail. I think it's seasonal. But I'm pretty close to Taft Point, which I believe is right over there. And then I'm gonna keep going along, and I think Dewey is in that direction, somewhere along the edge. Making pretty good time too, just coming up to 3, and I'm at Taft Point. Just came down from all of that, and you make a quick turn, because before you know it, there's these big fissures. These big drop-offs. And of course, that's Taft Point. Taft Point. Amazing. Take a little break here at Taft Point. Got a really good camp spot overlooking, but I don't think you can camp here. So I think that might be an illegal campsite. Quite a few people. I think there's like a trail that goes directly to Glacier Point Road through here. So it's like a short day hike, I think. But gonna get some electrolytes in me, gonna get some beef jerky, and the rest of these dried mangoes. Leaving Taft Point, it is just after 3:30. I feel like after leaving Taft Point, I'm not going to see anyone for a while. I think this is kind of the barren stretch between Taft Point and Dewey Point. So I think most hikers just hike in from the road directly to Taft or directly to Dewey. So, and the trail doesn't look that worn, so I think it's going to be the lesser crowded trail, should I say. And probably we'll have a ton of downed trees and obstacles. The first section had some obstacles, not too bad, but I imagine this one will be a little bit worse because it doesn't seem to be that trafficked. I haven't seen anyone so far, and it's been a good 20 minutes since I left Taft Point. This has been so wild between Taft Point and Dewey Point. Haven't seen a soul. I've probably gone a mile and a half, 2 miles since Taft Point. Nobody down this way. The forest is much denser and more rugged, that's for sure, and less maintained. It's almost like a tree tunnel. Maybe that's why there's no one on this part of the trail. The less scenic. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying just listening to the birds, the creek, just enjoying taking in nature. It's my favorite. This is what I'm having to deal with. These huge down trees. This one's not too bad though. Got a head start. Wow. Pretty big drop though. I mean, this thing's huge. Wow. It's at least, that's over my waist. So funny. I don't see anybody out here since leaving Taft, and then all of a sudden, past a huge group. Like 7 or 8 people, backpackers, and they said they camped out at Dewey Point last night. Had a pretty epic spot, and I was asking about the spots, and they said, yeah, well, there were a bunch of spots, so it sounds like it's pretty busy right now. So I don't mind, as long as I have some space and, you know, a pretty good view. That's what I'm after, and some peace and quiet. Brideville Creek. There's the footbridge. So not too far from Bridalveil Fall, which is just beyond the footbridge, obviously. And it's nice to see the bridge intact. Which reminds me of last summer when that San Joaquin Bridge was all washed out and the gap was about this, but luckily we were able to ford. This would be a bit tricky to ford this. Awesome. Wow, wonder what happened to this. Oh, it's so pretty. And apparently now that I've crossed the bridge, I can camp. So anywhere east of the Bridalveil footbridge is open to public camping, if you have a permit, of course. So I'm not even sure if there's water between here and Dewey. So I've got my 1 liter bottle, and I also have a 2 liter platypus, and I have another 1 liter, so that's 4 total. So I'm gonna hydrate and just carry the water over. And luckily, there's a little spot right down here where I can grab some water. Perfect. So after filling up with a gallon of water on my back, looks like I have just under 2 miles to Dewey Point. And we'll see what these campsites are like. Might even find one before that along the way, if there's so many, like any good cliffside ones. Looking for one that's kind of on a cliff with some really, really good views. Obviously not right on the cliff, because I don't think you can do that, but something that just has kind of like a wide open view of a vista or something. So that's what I'm after. Here we go. Just under 2 miles. Another unmarked stream. I didn't need to carry a gallon of water with me. It's good to know for tomorrow though. It's a lot of water too. Wow. Yeah, good to know for tomorrow. Currently looking for a way across this creek because it's actually much wider than I thought, and it's much deeper than I thought too. So I'm looking for a log. I think I see one way off in the distance, but it gets even wider down here. This will be fun. I am in luck. Look at this. I had to straight up bushwhack it though. Look at this. There is no trail to this. Yeah, that should be okay. I think I have made it to Dewey Point. It's becoming very open, completely different than what I was just in, like a constant tree tunnel the last 4 miles. Lots of down trees, lots of snow, lots of water on the trail. So it's nice to come back out. Ooh, to a beautiful viewpoint. Looks like I got a couple neighbors. That's not so bad though. Wow. There's another one. I see 4 tents from here. It might be a lot. So I just went 7.9. Pretty good hike. There's so many tents. Wow. All good. I'll find a spot. Actually having a pretty hard time finding a good camp spot. The good camp spots right along the rim, they're taken. The ones that have no view are of course wide open, but I'm gonna keep on searching. think I might get lucky going backtracking, maybe squeezing in somewhere. I think I just found the spot. Oh my word. Durable surface, flat, nothing really in it. I even have a little fire pit. Wow. This will do. So overall, it's like a little over 10 miles. Oops. And a little after 6, it's about 5 hours hiking up and finding a camp spot, because over there, it is madness. But that's Dewey Point. See a little bit of Half Dome right there, and then you've got Clouds Rest. All set up, overlooking the valley. What a spot. Time to get some wood for the fire pit. I cannot believe this site. Nice flat spot, overlooking the valley. Little fire going. Brought a little bit of wine. Yosemite. El Cap right in front of me. Got a waterfall right across the way. So I'm not completely on the edge. I still have, it's quite a bit below me here. So not right on the edge, which is nice. There's people up here, people over there. And of course, there's a village over here. Ah, what a place to come and rest your feet after a long day of hiking. So I think tonight I'm gonna have some chicken coconut curry. Looks amazing. And get some water on. Water is just about ready. It actually might be ready now. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, all set. The fire going. The best views in the world. I think this is ready. This looks amazing raw. I can't wait to eat this. Gosh, I didn't know there was white rice in there. I love white rice lately. Let's do a pour. Probably good. Who knows? We'll find out. This is the view of my neighborhood. High in the Sierras. Half Dome off in the distance. Clouds Rest. And I think that might even be Cathedral Peak. Way back there. Not much snow, actually. It's going to be an early season in the backcountry. Sun's just about to tuck in and so is the valley. Time to put the fire out. You can hear my neighbors. I counted 7 tents. You can see 7, but I know there's another one behind, so there's 8. What an evening. Got the tent all cozied up. Hooked up the lights as well, so I can plug those in. Got some reading. Some meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Cozy bed. Get all cozied up. I'll put my things away. Wow. So I think that's gonna do it. Time to go inside the tent. Enjoy a nice book. Not a breath of wind. Nothing. Just perfection. This is probably one of the best sights I've ever had. Easily. Got the fire all out. And time to go to bed. Do it all again tomorrow. Got the time lapse going. You'll see that pretty soon. All in all though, what is that? 12 miles? 12 miles, yeah. Not a bad day. Got the nice cozy tent. Oh, it's gonna be nice to get warm in there. It is a bit cold out, not gonna lie. Oh, what a place. All right, let's go inside. Show you guys what I bring with me. Bring a beanie. I've got, these are actually running pants. They're really lightweight, stretchy. Windbreaker as well. So those are great. And I've got some Smart Wool. They're really thin, but they're Smart Wool pants. And these are a game changer. I can tell it's a little damp in the air tonight. I'm gonna leave this cracked so I can see out, but also I can feel the dampness. So just so I'm not all wet in the morning, leave that kind of open. So I'm gonna throw these pants on and get in this nice cozy sleeping bag. I don't know what it is, but I love when it's super cozy inside the tent. Like, look how cozy this is. Outside of the tent, you're in the wilderness. I just love that. It's my cozy setup. Got some water, got my battery. Got a really big power bank here. It's I think it's a 20,000. So got some nasal spray. Yeah, I got some water, got a book, tons of lights, probably about too many lights. And of course, the great outdoors. This is also a good tip for you. If you could tell it's gonna be damp out, put your clothes back into your backpack and then just like cinch your backpack up just to keep them dry. That way in the morning, got some nice dry, warm clothes in there. Whew. What time is it now? Wow, coming up to 9. Unreal. It stays light up here so much longer than back home. Good morning. Pretty good night's sleep. Not a breath of wind. No sounds. All I could hear is the waterfalls all night, off in the distance. Wow. And this morning, I just woke up to the birds. What a great night. I can't believe how quiet it was. Sun's about to come up. Got my neighbors over there. Wow. This is the best way to wake up. In the mountains. At sunrise. Getting some coffee started here. Just put on some hot water. And have a nice coffee to enjoy this sunrise that's just about to come over. Then I think I'll start getting packed up and figuring out my way out of here. Six a.m. sunrise. All packed up, ready to head out. I think on the way out, I'm gonna take the McGurk Meadow, actually the McGurk Ridge Trail. There's a meadow trail, but I think if I take the meadow trail, I'm gonna get just soaked because I think it's really, really marshy and flooded through there. I went through some really marshy sections yesterday. So thinking I'm gonna take the ridge trail. I guess it climbs up on a ridge and I should hopefully avoid any marshy areas. So that's the plan at least. And then once I get to the road, which is about 2.7 miles, I'm gonna hitch back up to Glacier, which I don't anticipate taking too long because it's a weekend, so should be a lot of traffic. But you really never know with hitching. Could take quite a while. But yeah, great night last night. Camp's all clean. Just doing one last check. And start hiking out from Dewey Point. Camp is all clean. Left no trace. This is it. Just my sticks, my bag, and my tripod. Amazing spot. So I'll head up through there and back on the trail and then up over the ridge. Time to roll out. This is why I camped on the ridge. I've never seen this many people camped out next to each other in the backcountry. Okay, so for the life of me, I cannot find the Dewey Trail that goes back to Glacier Point. It's on my map, but there is no trail, no physical trail here. So I'm gonna head back up the Pohono Trail and see if there's any side trails that take me out to the road. So this will be a little adventure. Probably have some bushwhacking, but we'll see how it goes. So still heading eastbound on the Pohono Trail. Went through a lot of down debris. That's why I really didn't want to come back this way. It's not very scenic and a lot of down trees, lots of snow. So I would have preferred to go out over the Dewey Point Trail, but again, I could not find that trail at all. I was bushwhacking it. But according to my map, I am coming up to another trail, which is the McGurk Meadow Trail. So we'll see if that trail exists in a little bit. Although I do have a little dilemma. I am out of water, and I don't know if there's any streams or creeks along the McGurk Meadow Trail. So I'm wondering if I go down back to Bridalveil Creek and then backtrack up, so at least I have some water. Might be a good idea. We'll see how much further this is. And this isn't bad to hike through, it's just not very scenic. Lots of snow hills, lots of down trees, but it's not the worst. So this is the Pohono Trail. There's the signage, and you actually hear the Bridalveil Creek flowing through. And then here is the side trail, Glacier Point Road 1.9. So heading on the McGurk Meadow Trail, little side trail to Glacier Point Road. I think I will go this way because just went to the bathroom. It was clear, so I'm not dehydrated or anything. And this is going through a meadow, so it should be some water through here. So I think I'll be okay. Although it might be a lot of bushwhacking. It's like the theme of this trail. Pretty sure I'm in the meadow of McGurk now. It's very wooded meadow. Normally the Sierra meadows are really wide open. Might have that brush going through. But this one has a lot of trees, unless I'm not quite in the official McGurk meadow yet. It is so beautiful hiking through this meadow. All the birds. Just saw some ducks take off that were back here in one of the little ponds within the meadow. It's just gorgeous. I feel so lucky just to be on these trails. I am lucky, as a matter of fact. Just taking it all in and enjoying it. In no rush. Can't think of a better way to spend Sunday morning than hiking through a meadow in Yosemite National Park. Check this out. This must be the McGurk cabin. Wow. Was the door always this low? What's inside? Wow, look at the table. Wow. I don't see where the bed was. But definitely the table over there, or that could have been where this guy slept. Wow. Would not go in there. He would probably fall right down. That's back towards McGurk Meadow. And this is the way out. I probably have about a mile. Wow, look at those shingles too. Amazing. It's almost like this thing is sunken into the ground, which is probably what has transpired. Just a couple fallen trees. My goodness. This McGurk Trail is very, very overdue, or long overdue, I should say, for some clearing. I guess I go up over that. Here we go. This trail is almost like a war zone. It's like tanks have driven through, knocking over trees. My gosh. I haven't been on a trail like this in a while. I thought yesterday's trail was kind of rough, but you know, in some sections. But this has a lot of down trees. Whew. Not too bad though. Wow. All right, I made it. I can hear the road, hear some cars going by. Now I just need to hitch back up to Glacier Point. Here we go, just hiked 3.9 from Dewey. And here is Glacier Point Road. At the Bridal Creek campground entrance, it's closed. Hanging my thumb out.